Well, thank you very much, Judy. And we'll go straight in with a question from St. James. And they said, what inspired you to become an animator?
Well, I wouldn't really class myself as an animator. I'd class myself more as a filmmaker and a digital artist. So I think it was by lots of coincidences, really, that I've ended up in the career that I am in. But it's a fantastic career to be in, and I really do love it a lot.
Okay, we've got some super questions. So, have you ever made a mistake?
Oh my goodness, that is an absolutely brilliant question. I'm sure I've made absolutely loads of mistakes. One of the really positive things about making a mistake is that you learn from making mistakes. So one example I can remember is I was doing some filming, and I'd been taken on by another organisation to do some filming, and I got the camera setting wrong. And when I got back to the studio and showed it, it was all bleached out. All the picture was bleached out, and I felt like I wanted the ground to open up and eat me. I was just so devastated. But I tell you, I have never made that mistake ever again. So I think mistakes are a positive thing if you can learn from them.
Good. We've got another one that's probably quite interesting. Do you work long hours? And that's from Hunsbury Park Primary.
All right. I do work long hours, I think. Yes, I would say that I do. But I think when you really love what you're doing, sometimes you just don't notice how long you are working for. So when I'm, say, making a film, I can get really immersed in editing the story. And, suddenly, like, quite a lot of hours can go by. Sometimes my husband jokes if I'm working at home that I can be editing, and he'll bring in a cup of tea and put it on the table, and I won't even notice because I'll be so focused on what I'm doing. But I think that's a sign that you're really enjoying what you're doing.
Oh, we've got another lovely question here, and this is from Wren School. And they said, what piece of work are you most proud of?
Oh, that's an interesting question as well. There's some really good questions from these schools coming in. Excellent. I think I'm really proud of the project that I showed in the video that I've just done, which was called Zero Gravity Lunar Library. And we used gaming technology to make an experience of a space rocket, which you will have seen in the video. And I really loved that project because it was so engaging, and it brought in all the things that I really enjoy doing, like film, games design, art. It had archive photographs in. So it's everything I'm interested in all came together in that one project. And that was really exciting.
Oh, good. Still some great questions coming in. We've got one from Katie Foster, and this is from Woodvale School. What made you and your friend start a business together, and what skills are required?
Another good question there, Katie. We decided to start a business because when we were at university, we didn't actually really know what we wanted to do as a job. That's the true answer to the question. And we thought, we'll try it for a year and we'll just see how it goes. And for me now, it's 32 years since I started the organisation, so it's a long time ago. And for a long time, I thought I'd get a proper job, and then I just suddenly realised, actually, this is my proper job, and I really enjoy it.
Okay. So the next one is, do you spend a lot of time on the computer? So to add to that, how do you sort of balance your time?
There is quite a lot of time when you're doing digital work where you are on a computer, but I wouldn't say it was most of the time. I would say it's probably about 50% of the time, because, well, when you're not in lockdown, it is slightly different at the moment in lockdown, but when you're not in lockdown, a lot of our time is out and about filming people, having meetings, planning, going out to do site visits to research things. So it's very, very diverse, and personally, I love being outside, so I really enjoy the outside part of my job. I love going filming to places I've never been before, and having that experience of being outside is really good.
Okay, so still some more coming in. Again from St. James, did you know what you wanted to do when you were at primary school?
No, no. I had no idea really. I think I've always liked working with people. So even when I was at primary school, I liked doing sort of volunteering for things that involved helping people or working with people. I always found that really rewarding. So I think I knew that I would do something to do with helping people and working with people. But at that time at primary school, and actually even during secondary school, I had no idea really that even a job like mine could exist. So that's been a really big learning curve for me.
Okay. So if you were to give some advice to people, let's say when they're leaving primary school, GCSEs and A levels, what would your best bit of advice be?
I think my key advice would be really enjoy doing things that you do enjoy. So, if you like, I don't know, climbing, put lots of effort into climbing. If you enjoy looking after animals, really go for that. There's so many examples of things now that you can do, so many avenues open to people and to young people. Have that passion and dedication to do what you really enjoy doing. And, that will stand you in good stead for the future, I think.
Okay, we'll move on to the last question. And this is from Parker School. And they said, do you have any tips for anyone that wants to go specifically into your industry?
I think try and get as much voluntary experience as you can. So, all sorts of things you can do, like you could help local charities with social media, because, a lot of you guys will know how to do social media, and a lot of you will be really good at taking photographs and, have really good insight into skills that, a lot of people around you that are running organisations might not have such good skills as you guys have. So I think if you can do any sort of voluntary work in your community, definitely do it. Take as much opportunity as you can to get used to communicating with people and using technology and digital technologies to do that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Judi, for that session. And we're moving on to our next amazing presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.